What up, everybody? Today we are working on the Cycloneshock. Well, today, more like afternoon going on night, and I had people here, and they wouldn't leave, and I didn't want to say anything, so now it's this time. And you may know something's different right off the bat, but probably not. Woohoo! We've got it's a shotgun 3D print. I bought this one from Nearly New Models, and this was like 32, 35, something like that. Jeez. Oh, that doesn't even want to go back. Oh, I didn't put the spring back in here. Ooh, that's loud. So anyway, long story short, if you can see, ta-da, you can't get those, you can't get your elites through this thing. So today, we're going to mod it a little bit, and we're gonna go on a trip. We're on a trip, an adventure together. You may notice that there is a little screw port right here. This is the only other size screw that exists on this thing right here. I took it off and I promptly, intentionally lost it because I don't like it, because it's a different size screw that I have to deal with, and that means I can't use a single screwdriver to get it done. I have to have two. And also you can use it for modification, which I will go into later in another video. Alright. Yep, I didn't put that sucker together. Genius. Damn it. Before I could do it, I wanted to do the whole Ryan Make Test Battle slide thing. Oh, that's so sexy. I have a man crush on Ryan from Make Test Battle. No homo. It's like, why isn't he in, like, Australian movies or something? Australian movies? You can't be in, like, a Hollywood movie. Not good enough. It's like Mel Gibson. Are you kidding me? Come on. Like that goddamn Sears commercial. Open, open, open. Or maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was Kmart or something. I don't know. I'm just making conversation. Oh, God, I want this. Oh. I'm a stupid idiot. There's two more screws once it's hidden. I was too busy gushing on Ryan from Make Test Battle. Shut up, birds. Nobody likes you. Quiet. Jeez. Almost hit the lights. Alright. Insides. So, when I bought this from Nearly New Models, he was gracious enough because I gushed over how much I love the Cycloneshock. It is my favorite blaster, I think, of all time. And he gave me the spacer and gave me a couple more too, because I have 3 or 4 more. And I gushed about it, and he's like, don't worry about it, I'll just send it to you for free. Thank you so much. I very much appreciate that. And I did put them in my other blasters. Unfortunately, when I bought this, you see how flush that is right there? Right there. There you go. That little spot right there. It didn't want to go in all the way. It went in halfway of what it was compared to the other one. And I sent an email to him, and I asked him, hey, what's the deal? What do I do? Do I send it back to you? Is there a guide that you can, just tell me step by step? And I didn't hear back from him. So what I ended up doing is I just dremeled the inside. It only wanted to go in halfway, and yeah, you can kind of see it. But it is all dremeled to hell because there was an imperfection on there somewhat on one side and another side, and it's like a hair of a piece of plastic stuff sticking on there. So I just ended up dremeling it and said, I don't give a fuck. He ain't gonna call me back. But, so that's that. On to the modification. Hey! One whole piece. Look at you. And how do we take this off? So, I don't know how I did it, but I did it. it was in like that, and then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna record it. I'm gonna bust it off right here because that's how we do it. And then I turned it the other way, and then it came right out. So yeah, so it's like locked somehow, so you have to pull it towards it, and it comes out that way. All right, on to phase 2. So shout out to Razgriz Inferno for this idea. This is completely his or her idea. It was to go to Home Depot and grab yourself some couplers. One is a inch, and it goes into a 1/4 inch. I wanted to go a little bit bigger because the opening for the maximum width, the maximum diameter for these 3 things right here is just about an inch, more or less. Probably a little bit less. And the maximum inner diameter of this thing here is 1.5 inches. And I went, okay, well that gives you maybe, well, if it's perfectly spaced up, a 1/4 of an inch on each side for the darts to pass through, which doesn't give a lot of room because as soon as they spray out, there's no telling where they're going to go. They're going to go straight, but they might start hitting the walls, and then that'll bounce and hit the elite dart again, and then they go all over the place, and then they fishtail or, you know, whatever. They fly sideways, and you're going to get what you want. So what I did is I ended up going out and buying the 1/2 inch one, the 1.5 inch, and I'm going to try and make it go into the 1/4 inch. As you can see, it don't do it, but it does to this one. I don't know, some weird twist of fate. I don't know how the hell they build these freaking things. Anyway, so what's going to happen is this is going to be the backup because I want to do something different and I don't want to straight copy what they did. This was 30 cents. This is 71 cents. This is 73 cents. So this is a $2 mod if you have all the stuff ready to go, you know, Dremelling and all that stuff. I'm going to try and follow as best I can to my ability of what Inferno wrote. I'm losing a lot of light really, really fast. I probably should have taken this apart when that person that shall not be named was here. Because this is going to take a while. Yeah, wishful thinking. Probably shouldn't be doing this around this. Yeah. Good job, idiot. Ta-da! Sundown! I got the lights on and all that junk, and it's improper lighting, and it looks like this is like a 80s scary movie. As you can see right here, I still got work to do. It's so stupid me. I had the great idea that I was going to make this, you know, super big, and it was going to have a super upgraded version of, you know, the Inferno's version. But I found out that the 1 1/4, it would practically take away the entire muzzle of this thing. So I've got to drill all this down, and then we tried. It's no good. When in doubt, go with the guide. From what the guide says, you're going to be cutting all around there. There is a little ridge. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, right there. You can see how it goes light and then dark. That's that little ridge. You're probably going to be cutting right up to there. And then you're going to be coming around about halfway to right here. And then you're going to be cutting all the way up to the dart, to the screw peg. From the screw peg and then downwards, it's almost at, like I said, right there. There you go. A sideways view. Maybe that's a little bit better. So, that's what we got to do. Alright, fucking Voldemort left again. I almost made a very, very bad mistake. I started cutting willy-nilly. I almost messed up. So, what it doesn't tell you in the guide is you gotta be careful of the housing for the cylinder little peg. So, that is me almost cutting it right off. I started cutting that all crazy and everything. Turns out I cut it damn near just enough. You're gonna place this right there. It should rest right up against the cylinder peg housing. Maybe I shouldn't have cut that. Nah, who cares? You're an ugly motherfucker. I hope this looks like the guide. Jeez. Because this looks ugly. Alright, so the guide also calls for shaving this down right here in order to accommodate the screw peg that's right there. So it'll sit right there, and then you need to shave a little bit off the top. And it doesn't matter because you won't see it because it'll be nested inside the larger coupler and flush against here. And I think I'll do that right now. Now, to avoid stupid guesswork, we're going to add a marker and mark around the blaster. The blaster. I was making fun of... that's my shitty Australian accent. I'm going to mark around this sucker. Oh, well, I should probably flip that around. So I have an idea where my boundary is. And I don't care if I mark the blaster because it's going to be painted. I'm doing it the shitty, stupid way, which is trying to hold everything and make sure nothing moves. And it just continually wants to slide, slippity slide. Something, something, something in the 65. Come on, run. Thanks for that. Wait, oops. It's supposed to stop at a certain point, and I've clearly passed that line. I finally got it to the way I wanted it. And now it fits in there. Before it was like, oh, you know, it's slipping, it's not going in perfect, so I finally got that. I got pissed off, I started dremeling really hard. I wanted to be all super clean because that's how I like it, but nobody's going to see right here unless you take it off, and why would you take it off? Except for maybe, I guess, when you take it apart, but why are you going to take it apart? It's not going to break. You see inside here, I'll try and get in all super close. You see all that nasty stuff? That's all ribbing. This needs to go. Right here, this is the dart peg. See, right here, and right here's the end of it. Right here, this little lip. You want to go and cut all the ribbing off. That is before the little lip. The reason we're doing that is that this is going to rest against that, and everything else needs to go so it can sit properly. Alright, it's a new day. It's a new day. So I put together the thing. I had to clean up. It was like 9:30, 10 o'clock. It was practically 10:30 when I finished cleaning up everything. Putting away all the floodlights and all that good stuff. Anyway, as you can see, it's done. Well, it's not done, but I did throw some darts in here. And as you can see, the spacing is nice, except for right here, it has slightly less spacing, and especially right here at the top. So the top little piece of plastic right there, I don't know what to call them, probably guards, but either way, those need to go. We finished our little piece, that slides right into there, all perfect. Like I said, now all I need to do is to, well, as you can see right here, it has very little room on the top. It has, like I said, maybe 1/8 of an inch, and that does not bode well because it'll cause it to hit, knock into the other darts, go flying everywhere, you know the drill. So we're going to take that part apart, we've got to measure this, and this is an easy measure. So that already sits flush how I like it. You may wonder what this mark is, and that is how far this goes in. I'm going to lock it all the way in place. That's going to go in like that. Ooh, look at how crazy it looks. And so the mark shows I don't have to cut anything right there because the line is perfect on there. And I've just got a mark right here. This is where we're going to cut so that we can get it super flush, and we should be okay. I can't cut right here because that means I have to shave more right here, which means I have to reverse it, which means I've got to make a new, I've got to measure from here to there and then take off from there to there. That's going to pose some problems, but that means less dremeling for me. But we never did anything easy, did we? So we're going to figure something out. I'll decide which way I want to do it. It was good enough to me. So, on to number 2. So right across my chip. There we go. Perfect. So I got it all right there, and you're gonna probably want, let's see, that little line right here. We're gonna take that down just a slight bit. The white cheddar Cheetos. Airplanes. No, probably helicopters. Now we have our measurement for how much is going to be cut off. It's a 1/2 inch, just like the tutorial said. So, but I couldn't have known by the lip and everything, but he says cut off a 1/2 inch, and then that's what's gonna happen. There are a lot of helicopters today. Holy crap. Fools like Dremelling and all that with the big fat head. I'm gonna go with an angle grinder. Yeah, pretty much. Now all that's left to do is stick this sucker in, and we have liftoff. But before we do that, we have to cut this off too, and that's right in half. So let's cut this thing right in half. So I had to go inside for a second to get something for my hair so I didn't get a bunch of Cheeto dust in it. That white cheddar getting everywhere. It's all rubbery. Who is the maid with the buttercup hair? Who sleeps on moonbeams and dances on hair? With tears made of honey and a heart full of bliss, whose infinite virtue is one. Okay, anyway, sorry. Ooh, that's gooey cheese. Oh shit. Smells good too. Mozzarella. Infinite virtue is no near and far. Yeah. It's Muni's old sweetheart, our dear Princess Star. Doom, 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 doom. I got a little close with that one. Wow, I sound like Grunda. Gravity Falls. I want to talk about boys. I done effed up. I cut on the wrong side. Because that is the stopper, so that means that's going to be the face. So I should have cut on the other side. So, womp womp. I effed up. Time to get another one. Oh, shoot. I cut the wrong side. So I should have cut there. No, it wouldn't have made a difference, actually. Right? Right. Yeah, that's not going to go in there. It's going to go in like this. And then I can just stand this down and make it look nice, and then that'll be fine. Right, right. That's what we're going to do. That looks fine. Which means now I have to make it super nice. It's been cut all super nice. Naked eye can't tell, and it's going to be spray painted. So I'm just going to go over it with a little bit of sandpaper. I think this is like 640 or something like that. Maybe 480. And it's coming off, so I know it's working. Get Cheeto all over. Not gonna paint the whole blaster. I just want to paint this so that it's not as contrasting to everything else. And to do that, I got to give a little grit to everything right here so that the primer has something to adhere to. Ever so slightly, just a little bit. Alright, this is all scratched up. It's all good to go. I'm going to go over it with a finer so that isn't completely whew. Don't move to California. I think the movies are jokes. Nope. Exaggerated truths. I wanted to break out into Junkrat right now. Like, watch out, here's the coppers. I've done enough voices for today, and song. Who is the boy with the earthly attire? The prince of the princes of earthly desire. Though we all know it, I can't want to show it. In case you forgot, I will say it again. Star butterflies in love with her best friend. And his name is Marco Diaz. Forever okay. Enough showing off, or who knows, it probably sounds bad. It sounds good to me. Whatever. Alright, we are gathered here today to join these two lovely couplers together in holy union so that I may have a badass looking blaster. This will never come apart, ever and ever, because I won't have enough grip to take it apart. I hope this works. Amen. You may now couple the bride. Yep, there you go. Huh, that looks kind of cool, I guess. Yeah, that whole front part has to go. The whole thing. So against my wishes, because I don't have will over my own body, I decided to make it flush. Good shit. So, it was a pain. I had to go over it with that dull Dremel and figure everything out, and for the most part I think it looks pretty straight. Jeez, I could tell there's a big fat lip right there. Ugh. And I put it on the wrong way too. Nice. So the top part was supposed to be flipped around, and I was like, I'm going to make sure it stays on the bottom so nobody sees it. And I effed up. Time to paint this thing. I was going to go with Montana brand hardcore red, Soviet red, and I ended up finding I had a little leftover of this Honda metallic gray. So it's like a gunmetal, and I enjoy it. And I sprayed one of my dual Cycloneshocks. I painted them metallic, so they look all real steel, sort of, because they're gray metallic. What am I kidding? Moved to California because it's always hot and all your paint's dry within 2 minutes. I'm going to stick epoxy in here. Got our nice little piece there. Looks really beautiful. I think it is. Anyway, we are going to add epoxy to the inside of this and let it rest and glue itself inside, which is really weird because it's probably going to adhere to the paint and then come off, and then I'm going to have to redo it again. I don't want to do hot glue because hot glue doesn't adhere very well. Epoxy is epoxy. So we'll just leave this here for 5 minutes, and you can see the result afterwards. Then I'll take it apart, put it back together, then we'll fire it. Yeah. Or if you can't wait, you can just fast forward. But then you won't get my lovely songs. Because he hits fast forward, like, Alright. Alright, so I ended up mixing up another batch of epoxy, the 5-minute epoxy, because it just didn't want to hold. And I didn't have nearly enough. It was just leaking to different spots into low points, and that sucked for me. So I had to make another thing, coat it everywhere around the damn thing, and ensure that it had, you know, that it's staying. It's not quite cured yet, though it's getting there. So in my stupidity, there's a little lever and spring that go right here. And apparently it was staying in, and I completely forgot all about it, and it disappeared. I was actually asking myself, I'm like, where's that spring thing? And I'm like, no, it is not a spring thing. And I can't say that because then Ryan, who makes Test Battle, I'm gonna prove him right that we do say spring thing in America, and we don't. And maybe out of frustration. Okay, I'll give him that. Okay, out of frustration. But no, I was like, where's that fucking spring lever? And it's gone. I don't know how useful it is in retracting this thing, making it go back or bounce back. I don't know what the hell it does. If it does work without it, praise the sun. And if it doesn't, then I gotta take it apart and then get the other piece and then put it back in. So, let's get to it. Oh, a pre-test shot. Why don't we do that? It doesn't look like it wants to click its gun, its little trigger. There we go. That works. Oh! It's a lock mechanism. So anyway, very good. Let's see. Let's try that again. I don't know what that spring does. That's not bad. Yeah. It's a thing that allows the thing to go back. So there we go. That's over the gate and across the driveway. So, whew. Jeez. I guess that works. I'm gonna go and put the other little thing in there, and yeah. See, we say thing when we don't know what it is we're talking about. So, but I know what I'm talking about when that stupid spring thing. So, yeah, it clicks. So I need to get that replacement spring lever and put it back in here. And before that, I do that, I know you guys just want to see it fired and see how far it goes and everything. It has that spacer in there from nearly new models as well, so it's getting it should be getting slightly better range, and it sounds awful. It's so loud. It's really obnoxious. People will know that you're firing and hurting people. So without further ado, let's get on to some firing. Alright, here we go. To the end of the wall is 45 feet, I believe, and the car is probably 50. So let's, without further ado, let's go. Alright. Oh, nothing in there. Listen to that dry fire. Wow, look at all in the same spot. What? Come on. Ooh, those went even farther. Huh. Strange. Walk with me here, walk with me. Oh. Let's see. That is, if we go by that being 45. Wow, the furthest one went 45. So, 38, 37, 36, 35, 34, 33, 32. So, here we go. That's pretty much everything. And very nicely grouped, I might add. Oh my god, look at 3, 3, and 3. Except for that last one, which shot really well. So there you go. Ain't this beautiful? I really enjoy the way it looks. Being a super fan of Cycloneshocks, it pleases me to no end, despite using elites, because I don't like using elites. It looks so aesthetically pleasing to me. It is slightly different grays. That's fine. This gray almost matches up with that. I think it does, actually. Yeah. So this one, close enough gray, and I like it. It's got enough yellow on it. I might go back and paint it. Installation was really easy, though I got, not a lemon, I got a defect. So if you don't have a Dremel and that happens to you when you order yours, talk to him, or you gotta Dremel it and it'll work right as rain. I said it is firing 3 elite darts as opposed to 1 mega dart, and that makes it much heavier, which means it's going to get less range. But this is mainly a close-up thing anyway. If you're going to be shotgunning, who's going to shotgun sniper people? No, I don't think so. It does have the little spring spacer in there, which is nice because I tried to make my own and I failed. It needed a lot of Dremelling and sanding, and that was too much trouble. It was a Home Depot spacer, like I normally do. So this was nice. That little extra oomph really helps it out, gets you 35 feet. And like I said, it's close up. And this has a really tight grouping. I'm really surprised at how tight it is. I don't know if it's smacking into there. I have to look at it on a slow-mo or something or other. Let's see. It could be hitting it. It also could be hitting the little ridge that's in there, if you can see right there. I might go back and sand that just for the sake of it, just in case. But who knows? This is a pretty cool close quarters thing. At 35, you're pretty much guaranteed to hit them. It's pretty good. It's almost too close of a spread. I mean, too close of a grouping, which I don't know. Take it as you will. Maybe you like a tight grouping, maybe you don't. Man, is it beautiful. Man, do I love it. Oh, it's so great. Well, anyway, that'll conclude this DIY. It took a long time. This is basically the visual version of Inferno's guide. This is our product. This is the finished product, and I love it to death. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.